Nice to be with you. Well, what are we going to talk about today? Today's tank wars, coil wars. Happily, I've got my Rio P67 to keep me sane, because I've been fighting with a lot of tanks and a lot of coils. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. I've discovered tanks again, and they certainly have potential. Right, well, what should we start off with? Let's talk about the ceramics, the Vaporesso target tank, the Vaporesso Gemini C-cell, which incidentally uses exactly the same coil as the target tank, and the Atom G ceramic. Okay, the Atom G ceramic, absolute dog shit. They've completely screwed the pooch. They need to recall these coils and replace them. I'm sure they are going to reissue the coils because they're absolutely useless. So let's just forget about the Atom G ceramics. Vaporesso, the C-cell, this sort of one, looks beautiful. We've tried everything. We've tried opening the juice holes bigger, but if you get a decent one, and I think they're using different ceramic composition, there are a couple around, and I have one. This is my target tank, and this has got the original coil. It's gone black, but still produces an awesome flavor. So if they can replicate this coil, the target tanks are going to be a real winner. I've got 4 tanks, 3 of them are sitting on the side waiting for new coils. I've got coils coming from the US and China. I expect to get them hopefully sometime next week, so I can test them, because I haven't given up on the target tank, because the target tank, when it works, is the best tank, bar none. But for now, based on all the crap we've had with the replacement coils, don't go and get one till we solve that problem. Okay, what's next? We've got the Council of Vapor Defiant tank. Not bad flavor, not as good as the target tank when it works, but this is really irritating because it's got this horrible short drip tip. You can't change your drip tip and put your own in, which for me is it's moronic, and it gets pretty warm up top. So yeah, it works better than the target tank with the bum coil, but it's still, I wouldn't rush out and buy any of those. Then we've got the new Vaporesso Gemini tank that takes the C-cell. Rushed out and bought one of these because I figured, oh, maybe it's got new coils in. Not so much. Beautiful tank, doesn't leak, top flow, full, all the bits and pieces, but unfortunately it uses the same stupid coils that the target tank uses. So until such time, because this is already giving me dry hits, so that's also going on the side. So then, with all the issues I've been having with the ceramic coils, I decided to have another go at conventional tanks. Well, this is not so much a conventional tank, this is the avocado, and I'm really enjoying this. Once I learned how to wick it, and you have to learn how to wick it from Ollie. Lovely vapor. The secret really is, I put a alien Clapton in here, and the secret is your cotton or your rayon. I prefer rayon, thick through the coil, and then trim off about 60% of the tail, so that it's very loose into the holes, and that's beautiful vape. The problem is you can't really go out with this because it drinks juice at such a rate of knots that you can't go anywhere without a bottle of juice. But for my desk, lovely. With the G ceramic debacle, I decided to get some G Claptons back again. Incidentally, this is the Suicide Bunny, the Easter one, key lime pie and something else. Not bad. Love these tanks. I mean, the flavor is really good. Unfortunately, the airflow on these G Claptons is too tight. It needs to be opened a bit, but maybe they'll get that right. Yeah, really nice flavor. So after getting the Avo tank, I thought, let me try. I mean, I really didn't enjoy the Griffin. The Griffin to me was a badly built tank, well, the one I got anyway. I also wasn't a huge fan of the Aromamizer 1. I didn't like the rubber airflow thing, and it just, I don't know. So when the new Aromamizer, the big one, the 25mm came out, I thought, should I, shouldn't I? And I went and got one. Luckily, I ordered it from Vape, and Craig very kindly opened the box before he shipped it to me and put in our 80 dual coils into this and wicked it up for me. Really nice, really nice. Yes, what you see in my hand is an RX200. I never got one of these. When the Rouleau first came out, I got the DNA 200. Excuse me, which I hated, loathed, and detested, because it was like you need to go to university for 4 years and do a degree on learning how to work it. And then with playing with these tanks, I realized that battery life really is important, because you're firing these at much higher wattages and you're using your batteries. So I thought, okay, the white one came out, and let me get one from Peter at SA Vape Gear, and very happy with it. Really nice. This is quite nice because it's a really big tank. It takes a lot of juice, and if you're going out for a day or so, this is actually a really good rig to take. Yeah, a bit big, doesn't fit in your pocket, but it fits in your cubby, in your drinks holder in your car. Peter and everybody else has been talking about the Crown, the Uwell Crown tank, which takes commercial coils. And at the time it came out, I was really over tanks. But I keep seeing people saying, really good flavor, really good flavor. So I went and got the Uwell Crown. Got very strict instructions from Peter on how to set it up, and to start low and to increase the wattage. Excuse me. And eventually run it around 50 watts. I nearly gave up on it because the first 2 tanks for me had a cotton taste, and I mean, I much prefer Rowan. I really don't like that cotton taste, but they all nagged me and said persevere, persevere, and I'm glad I did, because this is on tank, I think this must be tank number 5. Really nice flavor, really nice clouds, doesn't leak. Really nice to take this out and about, and I do. I'm surprised the crown didn't get more attention when it came out, because also what I like about this it's got this rim here is much easier to grip and refill. I mean, if you take the one I'm going to show you next, the Vaporesso Gemini, it's a bit of a hassle to unscrew the top, whereas the crown, piece of cake, and you don't have to worry. You just pop it off, put the juice in, pop it back on. It's really, really well thought out. So I must say, this crown has been a really good find, and it's going to stay in the family. All of these tanks, the Target tank, the Gemini, both the Geminis, the Aromamizer Supreme, the Crown, all really good tanks that you can't go wrong buying any of them. This is probably, if I have to choose a favorite, I don't know why, I just like this Gemini. This is the RTA. Nice airflow, doesn't leak, relatively easy to fill, not as easy as the Crown, because you've really got it. Okay, there we go. Really simple. I don't close juice wells or anything. I just open it up, fill it up, and it works fine. The problem with all of these tanks, without exception, is you can't go out without taking a spare bottle of juice with. And that's where this takes so much of a beating, because I fill this up with 7 mils of juice, 1 battery, and off I go. Okay, granted, this is a mouth to lung device, but this lasts me all day. I can actually happily, I never ever go out without the Rio. But with all of these sub-ohm tanks, man, do they use juice. The juice makers must be really happy with all the tank makers, because I mean, I've never gone through as much juice as I do at the moment. It's just frightening. This is the limited edition Minikin. I've got the blue one as well. The blue one irritates me a bit because this gap here really annoys me, whereas the limited edition there's no gap, which I really like. I've also realized, you know, I've got Snow Wolf minis coming out of my ears because I love them, they look so good, but these two are, that's obviously 3 18650s, this is dual, and I know the guys in the forum say that this thing lasts really, really well, and it does. I don't know if it's true that it lasts longer, or it's just a perception, but for me it does seem that way. The Minikin's comfortable, easy to use, and a winner chicken dinner. So that's really the update. I'm really looking forward to, I'm going to test the Simba tank, which is coming tomorrow. That's another ceramic, and that one is purely ceramic. There's no cotton around it, so I'm really excited. I have high hopes for it, but not too high hopes, because ceramic has disappointed me. And then also new ceramic coils from all over the place coming in, because there's no question that ceramic is going to have a massive impact on us. They just got to get the ceramic composition right first. The theorem we're all waiting for, that looks really exciting, especially that fancy notch coil. That also looks like it's got potential. But until the next report, which hopefully is going to be a ceramic story, it's been nice to be with you. One thing I forgot to mention, if you're looking for a device to offer a stinky for conversion, at a really fantastic price. This is the AIO. Absolutely, it's a Cubist tank that's on a battery. I mean, they don't come apart. I bought this just purely out of interest sake, because I wasn't a huge fan of the Cubist tank because it's mouth to lung, and I've got plenty of Rios for that. So I bought this, filled it up with Triple X, went out, took it out the other day. Very nice. And if you slipstream it, it gives you a mouth to lung. Nothing wrong with that. What a fantastic, fantastic little device. 350 Rand for this little device. This goes out with me now if I go to lunch, just in case I want to blow some clouds and have a change of flavor. So when you're converting stinkies, get them one of these. You can't go wrong.
Oh, it's so